everyone. So we now have a new concept. I don't know if you've heard about it. It is called airport divorce. So imagine going through this episode at the airport. Remember this video? So let's listen to a guy that came up with the idea that's called, divorce at the airport. Airport divorce.
So Morwenna and I had only been engaged for a couple of months, but after about a dozen holidays and 24 hours spent in airports together, we decided that enough was enough. Planning holidays has never been a problem for us. We're both on the same page as to how many hours before a flight we should arrive at the airport and what time of day we fly. It's when we get past the bag scanners and snake through duty-free that the friction begins. Morwenna likes browsing the skincare shops. I, on the other hand, like to sit somewhere with a direct view of the departures board. If that's Wetherspoons, then all the better. A British Airways survey from a couple of years ago found that more than half of travellers claim to adopt a new personality within the hectic, anxiety-inducing tinderbox that is the airport. We definitely fall into this camp. I amp up my neurotic type A side, Morwenna leans into her laid-back type B persona. So on a recent flight home, she did her thing and I did mine. Some couples say a sleep divorce is the secret to a happy relationship. I'd say it's splitting up at the airport.
Well, certainly a lot of people started this topic, basically went viral. And we have Kelly Ripa, for example, challenging her husband about that.
Traveling philosophies. I just feel like you need to get there between 4 to 16 hours before a flight takes off.
I like to get there an hour and a half before.
But then you get irritated when people are like, "Oh my gosh, I love you on the show." You're like, everybody's noticing us here.
I don't say
and I'm
that.
like, but
don't put that out there.
You are very nice to people, but you get irritated with me.
No, I'm irritated with you right now. I'd like to hear more about this airport divorce.
Well, we're definitely getting one now.
Oof, this did not go well. So, looking forward to more about that discussion, how that went.
Travel through airports differently. We know that some people, like me, like to board as early as possible because I got to get my overhead space. Yes. I like to settle in, unpack all my things. Others, like my better half, like to take their time before boarding, buy a snack perhaps. Well, a travel writer for the British Sunday Times introduced this concept of airport divorce last year with the headline, "I have found the secret to a happy relationship," saying it works for him and his wife. So basically, after going through security, you split up, each person does whatever they want, and then they reunite on the plane. What do we think about that?
I like this plan.
Right?
I like my husband, we're getting an airport divorce. Yes.
You go your own separate ways. You want to go to Starbucks? Fine. You want to go to Auntie Anne's? Fine. You want to go in there and get a book? And then you meet at the gate, you get on your plane. Apparently, the point is to avoid arguments.
I don't mind this.
You don't mind it?
No, I don't.
Why not?
Because I think traveling is very stressful.
It is.
And I think people have very different attitudes. I'll just speak from my own home. I believe that an airport means if you want to go get Starbucks, kids, you go get Starbucks. You want to buy a snack so that I can have a little piece on the airplane, you go get that pretzel.
So for you, it's like a...
So it's very interesting, the concept and approach. Depending on where you are really in a relationship again.
A husband crossed the line when he left his wife at the airport. The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter. So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. There was just a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
Now see, this is where a lot of issues come up, right? Like I said, it really depends on the relationship. Let's have a look at some of the most interesting events, we call it, at the airport. this next video. I'm sure it went viral, but this guy is some kind of special. Watch.
We're in Puerto Rico right now. So if you're not finna give it up, you can stay right here. I'm not getting your flight.
Give it up in the airport?
I mean, we could go get a little motel real quick. We could go in a porta potty. We could go somewhere.
But you couldn't get an extra day.
In the bathroom. I didn't get an extra day because you was acting funny since you got here, acting like you ain't wanna. You feel me? But now all of a sudden you on your period. Now all of a sudden you on your period. So what you gonna do? Let me know right now.
To get home, for real?
No, seriously, I'm not buying. I bought a one-way trip for both of us. Now you need to find your way back. Or
This is against the law.
this is against the law.
Yeah.
Sure, where do they find them anyway? The next one is very interesting. It's more about what happens at the airport.
In Japan break up at the airport. Japan break up at the airport. In Japan, this is called the Narita divorce. Narita refers to Tokyo's Narita International Airport, often nicknamed the breakup airport. Many newlyweds depart from or return to Japan through Narita for their honeymoon. But sometimes conflicts arise during their travels, leading to a divorce request as soon as they land back at Narita. The airport has even gained a reputation as Japan's breakup spot, almost as if it's cursed. Nowadays, many young Japanese couples are cautious about choosing a partner, often opting to go on a honeymoon before actually getting married. Some people even believe the honeymoon after marriage tradition should be reversed, arguing couples should travel together for a month before tying the knot. If, after a month of travel stress and challenges, they still like each other, aren't tired of each other, and haven't had serious fights, then they're more likely to have a lasting marriage.
Well, we learned something today, you and I, my people, about Narita and, airport divorce. I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Would you do airport divorce with your significant others? Hit me up. Like, subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.